when I am down, and oh, my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. Oh, I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
It's not to say goodbye. And don't forget, on me you can rely. I will help you on your way. I will be with you every day. Though I'm missing you, I'll find a way to get through. Living without you, 'cause you were my sister, my strength, and my pride. Only God may know why. Still I will get by. Who would have known that you'd have to go so suddenly, so fast? How could it be that our sweet memories would be all that we have planned? And now that you're gone, every day I go on, but life's just not the same. I'm so empty inside, and my tears I can't hide. But I'll try to face the pain. Though I'm missing you, I'll find a way to get through. Living without you, 'cause you were my sister, my strength, and my pride. Only God may know why. Still I will get by. There were so many things that we could have shared. If time was on our side. Ooh, yeah. Now that you're gone, I can still feel you near. So I'll smile with every tear I cry. Though I'm missing you, I'll find a way to go through. Living without you, 'cause you were my sister, my strength, and my pride. Only God may know why. Still I will get by. Sweet, we're the closest of friends. But I wait for the day when I'll see you again. See you again. But I'll find a way to get through. Living without you. You are my sister, and my pride. Only God may know why. I will get by. Missing you. I'm missing you. I'll find a way. But you are my sister, my strength, and my pride. Only God may know why. Still I will get by. Missing you. Oh yes I am. I'm missing you.
I'll remember you long after this endless summer. living only to remember you. I'll remember you. Your voice is soft as the warm summer breeze. Your sweet laughter, mornings after, ever after. I'll remember you. To your arms someday I'll return to stay. Till then I will remember too. Every bright star we made wishes upon. Love me always, promise always. Ooh, you'll remember too. To your arms someday I'll return to stay. Till then I will remember too. Every bright star we made wishes upon. Love me always, promise always. Ooh, you'll remember I'll remember you.
Welcome, I'm Antonella. I'm Antonella, the Executive Director of Harmony Place here at Craig's second home. Lived for almost 30 years. It'll be 30 years next year for us. And Craig is one of our first originals, and Sandra and 5 other families started Harmony Place. So I just wanted to welcome you all. And there's a program and you all have one on the seat. And Mark will be speaking right after I do. And I just wanted to, what's wrong?
I'm at the end.
Oh, sorry, that's twice I did. It's too hot outside.
I am comedy.
It's too hot outside, and it's hot in here. I did have it really cold, but I guess with all of us, the temperature went up, sorry. So be patient with us. So Jackie is coming up after me.
No, Sandra.
Oh my
Sandra.
God, okay, just tell me, sorry. Sandra,
Am I coming up?
you're coming up. I'm not-
Okay.
It'll be you and then the big, oh, no,
I'm just gonna welcome
the video.
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old past said. Boy, you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me.
Eulogy, Clarke, also the pickup books at the mall. You love the wheel turns drivers, and you also want to go swimming to rivers. I'm missing Clarke, and I miss you, like, love you very much.
Clarke has lots of friend harmony place. Clarke's like garden. I miss you a lot, Clarke.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got trouble, and I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together, see it through, 'cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Now, some other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, big and stronger too, maybe, but none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, boy, and as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh, find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's to do, oh yeah.
Miss,
Yes,
you,
you,
Craig.
okay.
So my memory of Craig is when he would call my name every 4 to 5 years. I'm not sure why, but that's what Craig would do. Every 4 to 5 years, I would look forward to hearing him calling my name. And he would acknowledge me when he does. Jackie, Jackie, clearly. Staff would notice as well. And so every 4 to 5 years, I would look forward to him calling my name. And when he does, he always offered me a hug. And I would accept, because that was between him and I, and that was how he chose to show me how much him and I had a connection. And that was Craig and I, calling my name every 4 to 5 years. Thank you.
You'll always have my shoulder when you cry. I'll never let go, never say goodbye. You know you can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh. You can count on me cause I can count on you. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
My favorite memory of Craig was when I would always come into Harmony Place every morning, and once he arrived, he would be so happy, and he made me laugh when I felt down. And even I enjoyed going on outings with him and different places with him, like for example Variety Village or whatnot. And I just want to say to the family, I pray that God will continue to cover you. I pray that you find strength, and we will deeply miss Craig.
Okay. Our sincerest condolence to the family of Craigie, and then our deepest sympathy and unwavering support to you guys. Wishing you peace, comfort, and courage, and lots of love at this time of your sorrow. And then to Craigie, if you're ready.
I like to dance with my hands. Dance for show. And Christmas for we did a couple of songs. And I wish you well to the first family.
And I really miss you, Greg. You were my best friend for a long time.
we had music together. We get together. We laugh together. I really love you, Clarke.
Sometimes hard, but I'm willing to give you another try. Try, 'cause nothing compares to you. 'Cause nothing compares to you. 'Cause nothing compares to you. Troubles melt like lemon drops away. on a star. Wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow. Birds fly over the rainbow, wide and wide.
Together the video and the slideshow in Cherry County. The one music and Mary from Montage for organizing the video from Montage, which was so I'd just like to tell you a little bit about Craig. When he was born, the doctors told his father and I that Craig had serious neurological problems, which they were unable to diagnose and were able to get input. But we as his parents were very worried and frightened, especially since we had no family here in Canada. Little did we dream that we would receive practical help and support from so many people who would be part of Craig's journey. Despite all odds and his many physical challenges and his limited vocabulary,
That was the guy's mom.
his childhood milestones and grew into a happy, healthy boy. Craig had a very special relationship with his brother Mark. And I remember on Mark's 8th birthday, we were taking a small group of Mark's friends to a movie and then McDonald's. I was getting Craig ready and he could hear the kids in the next room. And Craig called, "Me too." He certainly wasn't going to miss his brother's birthday. Mark's friends from childhood onward then became a very happy part of Craig's life. When Craig was 12, one day at work my phone rang and his teacher called to tell me that he had walked down the hall unaided. Naturally, we were absolutely overjoyed. However, this opened the door to Craig's many mischievous adventures. My late husband Bob, Craig and I traveled to Scotland to visit my sister Brenda and her late husband Neil and my parents. Craig could not say Grandma and Grandpa. However, he called them Honey and Patty. During our stay, Craig managed to open and spill a jar of coffee in my parents' kitchen. And for months afterwards, every time they turned the vacuum cleaner on, they could smell the coffee. And also remember the happy visit with Craig. We used to call him Craig Chaos. When I was looking through the photographs to include in the slideshow for today, I found a photograph of Brenda and my maternal grandfather, James Morgan, taken at a family wedding. Now I see that that cheeky grin and Craig's love of chaos was inherited. Our grandpa was quite a guy, wasn't he? Craig's happy life continued. Park Lane School, then attending Harmony Cruise, the day program, the Saturday band grade program, and the Packmaster year. Hi, Sandra, how are you? And then just moved to live at Montage. Craig participated in many other social activities. In fact, his life was so busy, we had to make an appointment to visit. Craig even worked his magic with wheel-tracks. For Craig's 40th birthday, we planned a family barbecue. When I called Wheel-Trans to book the rides for that Saturday, I explained my need for 2 extra rides. And of course, the dispatcher knew Craig, who doesn't, and said, Wheel-Trans would be happy to accommodate the birthday boy. So after his birthday, we were all standing on the street waiting for Wheel-Trans' bus to pull up and wave him off. And the driver, before the driver wheeled him onto the bus, he comes over, gives Craig a big hug, and wishes him a happy birthday from Wheel-Trans. That's the GTC for you. Excuse me, I'm a bit much here. Well, Craig's passing will leave a huge hole in our hearts. I have been amazed to discover in the last few weeks the number of people whose lives Craig has touched. And all remember his smile, how he lit up a room. Our family owes a huge debt of gratitude to the people who have loved and cared for Craig. As the song goes, Craig did it his way, with a huge smile, rosy charm, laughter, and naughtiness. And as his mummy, I can speak for his beloved brother Mark, Sandra, Brenda, and our family and many friends that are here today. We're all blessed to be part of Craig's journey, and we have so many wonderful memories to treasure.
Thank you everyone for joining us today. Family, want to thank everyone for joining today, but especially remembering Craig for who he was and how he brought everyone together. He had so many friends, so much family that loved him. The times that we all came together to meet with Craig, he was always the life of the crowd, and he said, very mischievous. From the first time that we started having fun together as a family, and I've got a script here, I don't feel like reading it today, but the most important part here is that when you looked in Craig's eyes, there was meaning, there was life, there was love. And I think that we all shared that with Craig from the beginning to the end. And even though we had some physical challenges, both mentally and physically, he always tried his best as a person, as an individual, to be a friend to everyone. His communication was maybe very limited, but he always tried to help people understand the way he felt. And in the room, when there was a change in emotion, Craig could feel that, and he brought everyone together. I think that's the most important thing that we're all going to miss as collectively as a family and friends with him, is sharing those emotions with Craig. I don't know how many times Mary and I would be leaving the house where we first lived and seeing him going by in the wheel-trans, happy, blasting along to the next place where he's going to enjoy a play or performance. But he always was able to reach out, cause havoc at the dinner table, get his mom really upset because he had a mouthful of food and laughing at the same time.
Yeah.
And then finish off with a really funny birthday. But in the times of Mark and I wrestling with them in the living room and him hitting us, or getting that opportunity to pull your hair, I love to do that. And as my late brother-in-law would laugh, watch the plugs. I think that today's celebration here is more about coming together and understanding how we support each other, the people with both physical and mental needs, how we come together and support each other over and over again. And I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that's come today. It really, really means a lot to the family. I think just in closing here, what's really, really important is that every day, his birthday just passed, there's that memory of Craig, and helping us understand that when there's a challenge, you can always overcome it in each of our own individual ways. And I think Harmony Place and all the other great special places that help support people with needs, really gives them the ability to live their life to the fullest. So I just wanted to say thank you for everyone coming here today.
I think we're starting to see a theme here of a life project. I'm Tullio Orlando. I'm the CEO of Montage Support Services. Craig's home away from home. I'm honored to have been asked to say a few words about Craig's time with Montage. But first, on behalf of the organization, I just want to extend my condolences to Sandra, Mark, and the rest of Craig's extended family. I didn't know Craig as personally as I would have wanted, but I've certainly come to know a lot about him. If we are to believe in superpowers, Craig would definitely be an infectious smile and sense of humor that naturally drew people to him like a magnet. The essence of Craig, as I have learned, had two parts. The first was his eagerness to experience all he could in as short amount of time as possible. What brought him joy was his interweaving his life with that of his community. Something Montage takes great pride with providing people to facilitate. Without question, he was a man on the go, with a full social calendar others might envy. His good nature and gentle dispositions took him to new ventures within his social world and beyond. A typical pre-pandemic workday began between 5:30 and 6. He would be willing to go for the day here at Harmony Place, which he adored dearly. Returning home late in the day, he'd have dinner, then perhaps read, watch animated shows and musicals. Craig loved music and spent hours listening and singing along to his favorite tunes. And weekends were typically packed with activities that engaged the community at any opportunity. Perhaps the most treasured activity for Craig was sailing. And if you've had a chance to see Craig's picture, probably the same one that's on your program, it was also in our earlier newsletter and annual report edition. You'll appreciate Craig's love of sailing. It was always a peace on the water, and a smile on his face was a testament to a picture worthy of 1,000 words. The second essence of Craig was his love of family. Family was a vital part of his life, and he had a wealth of people he considered family, including our staff and here at Harmony. Craig was a thing close to his mom Sandra and brother Clarke, and we at Montage were witness to the unconditional love and devotion. I can tell you that Sandra played many a Toronto snowstorm to ensure her promised visit with Craig were kept as promised. No doubt, Craig shared every moment of this love. You know, when I started my career in developmental services a few decades ago, one of the unspoken but strongly implied rules was for organizational staff to not consider themselves as family members and to keep an arm's length emotional distance from the people who supported it. I never subscribed to that notion because at some level, we in this profession are often like that because of the strong presence we have in people's lives when providing the understanding, the dignity, and support everyone deserves, regardless of the circumstance. And something tells me that Craig is free. Craig's life ended much too soon and unexpected. but in a short time, left us a legacy and inspiration. He taught us the importance of living completely, every drop we can squeeze out of life, and loving the people who love us back. And we at Montage are humbled to have played our part in Craig's life. May Craig live and rest in eternal peace. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Tullio, for those wonderful words. Like Tullio, I didn't get to know Craig as well as I would like to. I met him back in February when I took over as manager at the home that he lived in. So I've known him for the last 4 months of his life. But I wish, seeing all of you now and all of these slides, and I said to Mrs. Clarke the last few weeks, we talked a lot when Craig was in the hospital. I wish I had known him. It felt like I've known him forever. Craig had an infectious personality and boundless curiosity. I could see him looking at me with great curiosity every time I'd go and visit with him at the condo. He knew that I was wondering about him, and he was wondering, who is this guy? And why is he here in my home? I said to him, hey, Mr. Sangster, I heard that you like to grab onto people. He just laughed at me. I was telling Mrs. Clarke, he just laughed at me. His sense of humor came out at that moment because he just grabbed my wrist as if to say, well, if you heard it, then I'm going to do it. I believe that we bonded that moment. This was Craig's form of communication through touch. It was very easy to love Craig. This is evident by looking around at this room. So many people. And all the videos, every one of them, with him smiling. It's not one with big smiles always on his face. And that's what I saw when I go and visit with him. You know, he was an amazing man. He left us way, way, way too soon. And Mrs. Clarke, you and I talked so much in the last few weeks. We never talked for 10 minutes. It's almost average half an hour. We had something to talk about. You told me all the stories about when he was born, about when you were born, but your dad wanted that girl, So I know that you were a champion because I was feeling bad that this happened with Craig, but in all of our conversations, you made me feel better and made all of us. And every one of your staff who really looked after Craig is over there. You make all of them feel, because I tell them how you felt and how you made me feel. I can't sing, but if I could, I won't do it, but I'll just read the words of Michael Jackson, Gone Too Soon, because a lot of the lyrics, the language, the words in that song just epitomizes who Craig was. So bear with me while I read Michael Jackson, the words from his song. Like a comet, blazing across the evening sky, gone too soon. Like a rainbow, fading in the twinkling of an eye, gone too soon. Shining sparkly and splendidly bright, here one day, gone one night. Like the loss of sunlight on a cloudy afternoon, gone too soon. Like a castle built upon a sandy beach, gone too soon. Like a perfect flower that is just beyond your reach, gone too soon. Born to amuse, to inspire, to delight, here one day, gone one night. Like a sunset, dying with the rising of the moon, gone too soon. It's gone too soon. So we're here to say bye, Craig. We will miss you very much. You will be forever in our hearts. We've been made here for the night, but joy comes in the morning. Thank you, Mrs. Clarke, for I hope that we still be in touch. You told me that you're going to remain on the board for Montage, so we're looking forward to that. Thank you.
how are you?
Hey Craig, you were like a brother to me. I really liked having you. I'm gonna miss you. I am gonna miss you a lot, and I wish you were here longer. I wish you were here longer to stay with us, because we could have done more stuff. And I wish you were around more. I wish you didn't have to leave. Thank you. And I love you.
Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, thank you.
Hi, Craig. I am gonna miss you. You're a funny guy. You were quirky. I liked when you pulled on my shirt. And I also want to say to Mrs. Clarke's mom, I'm sorry that you, Mrs. Clarke, have to go through with not having your son. I feel really bad for you, and I am here if we're here to support you if you need support. Yeah. And again, I'm really sorry, and
I'm sorry, Craigie. I'm sorry, Mrs. Clarke. I miss you, Craig. I miss you, Craigie.
Hello, everyone. On behalf of Harmony Place, I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. Those who have sent their condolences, thank you. It's a good time. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Today we're here with a heavy heart, broken heart, as we celebrate the life of our beloved friend, Craig Sangster. I say friend because over the years, it was who Craig were to many of us at Harmony Place. Craig's unique personality kept us on our feet, on our toes, but through it all, he was a kind and affectionate, free-spirited person who wanted nothing but to love, to be loved, and to be accepted and enjoy life for what it is. With that said, it is here, Craig, at Harmony Place, where he created some of his fondest memories and making a long life friendship with some staff and peers. I met Craig in April of 1998. The first time I worked with Craig, he reminded me who was the boss and who was in charge. Craig did not hesitate to challenge me to see whether or not I was up for the task, and more importantly, whether I could be trusted and to facilitate the service. So he tested me with my patience, my compassion, my empathy, and my dedication. I got the green light when Craig saw that. I too was very much persistent in earning his trust. Craig eventually decided to give me a chance, and so we developed a healthy working relationship that gradually grew into a special bond between him and I. I won't go into the things that Craig and I have done together because some was way off work. We've done so many things together. We don't have the pictures to show you, but between us, we had our special thing going on. Now we can all agree that Craig had a cheeky side, but we'll glorify the side that enriched our lives because Craig was amazing. He was amazing. And when he's most amazing is when he chooses to show us the best version of himself. So sorry. What we'll remember about Craig is that he's keen on directing his services in a respectful manner. When the right tools were given to him, he knew exactly what he wanted, and he was going to tell us exactly what he wanted, and he was going to do it. And if you don't do it, then we're in trouble. So we better do it because he was in charge. We better follow his direction. And as you all know, he had a huge personality. Sometimes his persona wasn't for everyone, but nevertheless, it was his. And it was his to do with whatever he wanted to do, and we to just follow directions. He loved reading and listening to stories, as you know. Robert Munch is one of his favorite authors. If I needed Craig to settle down, sometimes he said, grab that book, let's read Robert Munch. And he was good for that. As you know, he's also a joker. He appreciated good and not so good jokes. And even at times when the jokes were on him, he still thought it was funny. And we all had a good laugh about that. One of our experiences we had when we had American Idol here, we decided because he's the one we target the most, we said, let's roll him up with toilet paper. And so Craig he stood there and he's like, yes, roll me up, do it. And I think we have pictures of it because I remember when we did it, he laughed, he thought it was so funny that we rolled him up in toilet paper. And we said, you're the toilet paper guy because, and he won, and he was happy. And he didn't care because it was all about fun. It was all about jokes for him. Everything was funny for Craig. He just loved life. The other thing he loved was massages. So massages for him, if you offer him facial, hand, feet, back, shoulder, he was ready for that. because that relaxes him, and more importantly, he loved being pampered. He enjoyed getting out of his chair and going for walks outdoors, or simply just to walk around Harmony Place to see what everyone else was doing. He loved traveling, as you all know, and seeing new places. He enjoyed hanging out with friends. Hanging out with Craig was sometimes a blast. Sometimes he'll spoil your own fun because he gets to go to bed at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock. We try to keep him out. We would try to keep him out until at least 9 o'clock. And he tries. He would try when we go on outings or if we're going partying and so forth. That was Craig. He was always a player. He wanted to be a part of everything. The other thing he loved to do, as you all know, is that he's a great dancer. Craig was my dancing partner. I know I see all these videos. I'm kind of jealous, but I like to think I was his best dancing partner because we did a lot of that here. And not here, when we're on outings as well, or overnight trips. We're always dancing and partying. He was great at that. He was great at a lot of things. I could continue to talk about Craig and tell you guys, talk about all the things we've done together and with others. But the list is long because it's very adventurous. And we just wanted you guys to know we had amazing time together. So we will miss Craig here. Like I said, Craig was a friend. He was an ambassador of Harmony Place. And at times, he was our partner of mischief at Harmony Place. Sometimes we needed that mischief to get out of some stuff. I won't get into it, but we knew if we needed someone to help us out, it was Craig. It was Craig and Sangster. And as we gather here today trying to process and cope with this unexpected passing, I can say he's watching over us. And he'll never, as we all know, he'll never leave us, especially Harmony Place. Sandra and family, please know that Craig taught us the value of humility, patience, and understanding. And he inspired us to be better and to do better in both our personal and professional relationships. He will never be forgotten. We're privileged and we're grateful to have known your son. And we thank you for sharing it with us. We will always and forever miss it. And we'll continue to amplify his legacy at Harmony Place. Thank you.
I have a eulogy, which I will deliver in a minute, but I did want to thank everyone. Incredible to see this kind of turnout for my brother. To know the support and love and passion that you have given him, the fact that he had an enriched life, because like anyone, as brothers grow up, we go in our separate paths, and we have our careers and our families and so on. And we get lost in the minutes and we forget about the hours and the days and the months, and they all roll by. And to see him and realize he had that independence and that he'd gone on all these adventures was just inspiring. So thank you. And thank you for the videos and the tributes. And I will say in the video, there's a couple of lines that stood out. The one about giving people a run for their money. It's absolutely true. And I do hope that he doesn't play with us from the other side. Because I think he'd be like a record-breaking poltergeist. Okay. All right, so bear with me as I go through this. It's in these moments when I've heard such incredible and passionate speeches that I think I should have written a shorter eulogy, because I am the one standing between you and your food. Here we go. So this is the first eulogy I've had to deliver, and I wasn't sure the protocol or the expectations. And when you Google eulogies, internet experts recommend covering where the deceased was born and the names of the loved ones left behind. Talk about where they lived, what they did for a living, perhaps mention their community work or their military service, or splash in some personal details like their hobbies, the sports teams that they follow, and their interests. All of these example eulogies follow a formula summarizing the deceased as if their life was the final line in some accounting ledger, Born August 4th, 1971, and died at the age 50, July 4th, 2022. Account closed. Life isn't math. A person's time on earth is not a son or a sport, a game, or a bank balance. A person's life is not defined by their job, or the car, or the square footage of their house. Likewise, a person's life cannot be encapsulated by a set of dates. Dates measure time. They cannot count how a person lived, how they touched others, or how they left the world a better place than they found it. Because it's not the dates that matter. It's the time in between. I'd like to read a poem by Linda Ellis that captures this. It's called The Dash. And apologies if I don't get through. I read of a man who stood to speak at a funeral of a friend who referred to the dates in the tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came the date of birth and spoke the following date with tears. But he said, what matters most of all is the dash between those years. For that dash represents all the time that they spent alive on earth. And now only those who love them know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live and love and how we spent our dash. So think about this long and hard, or the things you'd like to change, for you never know how much time is left that still can be rearranged. If we could just slow down enough to consider what's true and real and always try to understand the way other people feel, be less quick to anger and show appreciation more and love the people in our lives like we've never loved them before. We treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering this special dash might only last a little while. So when your eulogy is being read, with your life's actions to rehash, would you be proud of the things they say about how you spent your dash? So how did Craig spend his? Well, he didn't serve in the military. He didn't graduate university or own a home. He didn't drive a car, he didn't get married, have kids, or play tennis. He didn't live that formulaic, what some would call normal life. But I can say for certain, better than most, is how he spent his dash. When Craig was born, I was 4, and we were living in Toronto, having emigrated from Scotland. And I have this vague memory of some dingy hospital, and my father explained to me that Craig would not be normal. That in fact, he likely wouldn't live very long. Yet the years pushed on, and Craig didn't fall to the predictions of his doctors. Tireless workers, like you here, supported him and found his own rhythm and made his own life. And Craig loved life. He laughed a lot. As brothers, we may not have had a normal sibling relationship, and I must confess that secretly sometimes I'm rather grateful, because let's be honest, with that cheeky smile and those wandering hands of his, he probably sold most of my girlfriend. You got away with murder, and you left me to clean up the disaster in his way. We had a good brotherhood full of laughs and shared moments. I remember one time my friend and I took Craigie to the zoo, and I was worried that he'd be scared as we blasted down the 401 in this open-top Jeep. Of course not. He was yelling from the backseat, vroom, vroom, right? And laughing as he hung out the side of the vehicles, waiting at other cars, right? As I'm, desperately hanging on to the front seat, trying to prevent him from falling out. And of course, like all brothers, we had our version of sibling rivalry. Craigie had a collection of dolls and soft animals, and I used to attempt to torment him by tying a rope around his dolls and then chucking them out of our upstairs bedroom windows. And they land on the driveway. And then I'd haul it back up and right? Well, of course, he actually thought this was brilliant, right? Every time the doll hit the ground, he laughed harder, he wanted more, and he cheered me up, right? So quite. And I remember though in one instance, I tied the rope just a touch too short. When I threw this doll out the window, it didn't hit the ground, so it hit the top line, swing it back straight through the garage door window, smashed it. The best part was my mother got home that day, she was furious, absolutely furious and angry with the kids on the street playing ball hockey. So it was actually another moment in my life where I was grateful that we didn't have a full vocabulary. And while for the most part I had the upper hand in this rivalry, he got his own. Right? he was fond of crawling into my room at the break of dawn and whacking me on the forehead. And one time, and I still don't know to this day how he did it, stole this massive, like Costco-sized can of coffee, dragged it up the stairs, and dumped it on my head. It was kind of brilliant. Like I said, I don't know how he did it, but I will concede. I'll play it. He gets the points on that. But of course, on Christmas morning, I can use them. I can send them to my parents' room at 5 a.m. to wake them up so we can go downstairs and get our presents early because they were going to wake in, of course. And our hijinks continue, right? Our favorite thing when he was younger was to hide behind the curtains in the living room, and every time my mother went by to put him to bed, we'd jump out of the boo and scare the living daylights out of him. No matter how many times we did, she still never saw it coming. And our roughhousing continued into our middle age. And I remember one Christmas a few years ago at my stepsister's house. My mother, Craig, and the family, the Clarke family, was already there. And we arrived. And this was the first time my wife, Michelle, was meeting, the clan, the first time. And so we go through all the kind of introductions, and I walked straight up to my brother, put him in a headlock, started giving him noogies. And then, as we love to do, we saw in the one video, I take his hand, tap his forehead, say, "Why you doing something? Why you doing something?" And he thought it was absolutely hilarious, right? Of course, appalled by this behavior, she was further mortified to find everybody else kind of joining in and laughing. Sort of allow this stuff. What she didn't realize is this is just normal, right? This was our normal. Craig was howling. He loved it. He thought it was hilarious because Craig didn't see himself as disabled or disadvantaged. So why would I? Why would I treat him any differently than any brother would? Right? After all, let's be honest. Roughhousing, that's the glue that binds brothers. And so when Craig was always getting up to mischief, often goaded by me as my mother tried to, retain some level of decorum. Right? I'd encourage Craig to pick up a Brussels sprout from his dinner plate and throw it across the table. Or maybe a spoonful of mashed potatoes and give that a fling at his neighbor. He loved doing that as well. And everyone's delight, except my mother. And yet, no matter how mischievous, everyone forgave Craig's nonsense, right? And the chaos that he created. His laugh was contagious. His eyes glowed with that impish fire. His middle name was Mayhem, yet everyone loved him for it. So to come full circle, we will never know whether Craig understood the concept of time, let alone calendars. But he spent his time well. He saw Broadway shows from a box seat. He traveled first class. He sailed on Lake Ontario from the yacht club. So as the poet wrote, would you be proud of the things they say about how you spent your dash? Craig would be proud. I am proud. He taught me compassion and humility and to see people as more than a number on the ledger. For that, I am grateful. And his reach, of course, went beyond his immediate family, and I'm not referring to pulling the hair of the Billstrand drivers. He brought life to all of those around him. He showed us that what a life absent of regret looks like. He taught us to find independence with what we have and not handicap ourselves with what we haven't. That's what Craig did with his dash. We should all be as lucky. And if he were here, he'd surely ask, "How are you?" And we'd say, "We're good, Craig," because of him. In his final moments, with my mother and I at his hospice bedside, the 4th of July fireworks were going off on the TV in the background. And as the celebration from Washington, D.C. or wherever it was reached its crescendo, Craig drew his last breath. First thing I thought was how fitting that my little brother was able to see the show one last time. So with that, I thank you all for being here. I believe there's refreshments and so on. And I'd love to chat with you more. And with that, we're going to have a final playing of Craig's favorite song, YMCA. And hope you all enjoy it.
Put your pride on the shelf and just go there to the YMCA until it's fun to stay in the YMCA. It's fun to stay in the YMCA.
young man. I was once in your shoes. I said I was down and out with the blues. I felt no man. Cared I was alive. I felt so tired. Someone came up to me and said, young man, take a walk up the street and talk. I said, come by YMCA, they can't stop.